Alright guys, we are indeed back with the 5th and final round. And a mirror match to end the night. Taylor on the left, Sammy Nash, the infamous, on the right. Both playing 4-colour wall.
I mean, Sammy must be at home now. He's fighting. It's not quite Suarez, but at least it's multi-element.
Yeah, he is probably feeling a bit comfortable, but will we again see the Sammy star?
Sammy the Stutterer Nash, he's on the go tonight, I'm sure. We will. He doesn't have a very good time on stream, does he? He always seems to get to the 6 damage and then...
but I always do better when I'm not on stream. We'll do better on stream.
Although I don't think anyone's actually seen him do better off stream, have they?
No. No one seems to have any proof that he does better off stream.
It's like a mythical dragon, you know. I suppose we are in Wales and we are used to those mythical things.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sammy... He does like a story.
The last couple of times Sammy has been on stream though, he hasn't actually played backups. And looking at his hand though, we probably will actually see some backups.
Will he bottle it and forget how to use them?
Well, we will soon see. Time is ticking. Round 5 has begun. Sammy on the play by the looks of things. Now, we probably will not do an interview with the winner unless it's over particularly quickly, because we do have to worry about the closing off the store. Thank you there, Taylor, for saying that you love, I don't know what it was, probably a fruit.
No, he did say fish.
Oh, is it?
He said, I love you, fish.
Oh, thank you so much.
I do feel offended, don't worry.
Well, you know. Yeah. Taylor, I'm hoping we'll make this a funny game for us to take the mick out of Sammy a little bit, to be honest.
Oh, Sammy does that for himself, he doesn't need an opponent. But will Taylor terrorise the tabletop? That's what we're going to see tonight.
But he has remembered that backups do stuff, and he's played a Claris turn 1.
And what did he search for? I can't remember, but I'm assuming it's
probably King.
type.
Yeah, you'd assume so, right? Because that is the right backup line.
But we already see the Len in hand, so he's got the appeal. Oh, he's going to quite quickly have the ability for the Len rest effect if he needs it.
God, we are truly in the mirror dimension, guys. We get another Claris on the field, this time played by Taylor.
Are we sure we haven't just split the same screen in half?
It would have been funny if they both discarded the same stuff though as well, right? God, that'd really mess with me, that would.
Yeah, we've seen a Cecil and a Kusith from Sammy, and Warrior Light and Edgar.
Yep, exactly right. Now that Edgar could be interesting if you get a Zidane out there.
He's it's probably my favourite Edgar right now. Obviously, it depends on what deck you're running, which Edgar you want, but the ability to drop the 2 cost.
I would say favourite card of the set for me. And I don't play Fire too often, but I love that card.
And it's not just, everyone talks about forwards, but if you want to get your backup lines, it drops the Lena straight away if you want it as well.
Yeah, completely right. But losing the period. Yeah, let's get that out there. Now, both decks, average for these decks is 22 EX burst. Whether that's the same for both players, we do not know, but...
So we're going to see a lot of drawing from both players?
Yeah, potentially, but that's if they remember their trigger, so you're probably going to have to get on your feet and run over there a few times.
I should have brought my rollerblades,
because
took them out from the 90s.
Please notice that it is not a you may. They have to draw that card.
They have to?
Yeah, so if you trigger the EX burst, they have to draw. If they don't, it is a misplay. But there's the King Tycoon from Taylor. Taylor probably going to get the Lena. Much like what we see. Now that's an interesting one. Princess Goblin in Taylor's deck there. The wind version.
The wind version?
Yeah, which is interesting. Now this deck is...
there's Lena.
This version of the deck from Taylor here is very interesting. I saw Une, I saw a lot of stuff that you wouldn't normally see.
Did he forget what deck he was playing?
I mean, maybe. It's still 4-colour wall, I guess,
Yeah, he did... No, it was Jacob that said it was a little bit different, wasn't it? But maybe they both... Taylor may want to alter it a little bit. Hopefully it's an interesting one. And
I'm not sure I agree with that play there. I think you could have easily given up the Une that was in hand and kept the Lena for the S effect. But, again...
I think this is where experience comes in. Taylor's quite new to the game in general. He's still learning a lot of the ropes.
Yeah, I mean, they spent a lot of time not being here, but they're usually in the stream, which is quite nice. But they're actually down playing this time. And hopefully the reason that they are here is that Jacob had an exam today, so hopefully he passed that. Good luck to Jacob. That is the nicest I'll ever be to you, so don't be mean to me, okay? Thank you.
So yeah, on Sammy's obviously we've seen Tyro now, so that's going to be the colour fix we need.
what do you get here? You're not quite ready for a wall.
I'm assuming Bash.
It's not a bad idea, but because you do need a fire backup.
Oh.
Ooh, okay, so we got twins in Sammy's deck here. That's an interesting one.
Both of them not quite playing as you'd expect. Well, not decking the way you'd expect them to.
Yeah, maybe this is kind of like Jenny, the People Champs version of the deck that she was running at Winter Cup, because that took her quite a long way and it was very good. She utilised the twins pretty much to perfection.
So we know what Palm does. What does Palom? What can we see?
Palom is shoot something for, I believe, 2k, and then when you get to, I think, 3 counters, shoot it for 8. So it, in combination with the Palom, is pretty nasty. So
the usual place the counters on, for each experience counter you placed on Palom gets 1k. For 0 cost, choose 1/4, deal it 2,000 damage. If there are 3 or more EXP counters placed on Palom, 8,000. As you said, only once per turn.
Yeah, which is usually fine because that's enough to combo it off, usually with the Palom.
And
killing.
Again, that Amano art that everyone loves.
Yeah, it looks like he's choking some poor little thing.
Is that not the Garage Messiah?
Potentially.
I think that's why Dan don't like that card then.
Oh, so Taylor playing a Cecil but hitting a wall at the same time. Now, I'm jealous of the fact he has a full art Cecil, but that card is stunning. Look at this in all its beauty.
Yeah, I did manage to pull a foil non-full art earlier, which I was quite chuffed with, but now I'm jealous about seeing that one.
Yeah, it is just a good looking card. Now, you probably have the option here in the 4-color wall list to put it in the bin and get the 5-drop wind one, would be my assumption.
Do you know, you're probably going to use it as a blocker, keep it there for a little bit, wait till you have to, or it gets tagged, and then switch them around.
Exactly. The Palom isn't going to ham it yet. 2k won't be enough really to deal with it. So,
There's
another King Tycoon. Do we go for the Lena yet? So we have the aspect. What can you tag? You got the Furion in deck there, or in break, sorry. So that is definitely the option.
There's a Furion, there's a Tybus. Tybus would then search for a Furion if he come into play as well.
But you can't play that off of the Lena S effect, so...
Very true, very true.
No, we're just going to ditch it though, and there is the other twin. Palom Palom as a combination could be pretty nasty. The issue you got now is that Palom is going to potentially turn off the Cecil, and now you've got to decide whether you want to sort of do that in response. But it's not.
I think you do. There's no two ways about it. Then you turn it off. Then at least then it doesn't have the opportunity to target Win Cecil when he comes in and stop him doing his tricks.
Yeah, but the thing is that you'd still have to pay 2 to target anyway. So, in theory, you might be a bit better off for that. It's just whether Taylor has something in hand to play off of the Cecil. That would be the main thing.
Yeah, you kind of want to hope that there's a Warrior of Light, something big in that hand.
Well, for the time being, though, the Cecil isn't under any threat until the end of Sammy's next turn to be reduced in power from the Palom. But again, he can still take the 8k from the Palom, which is pretty good.
Oh, where's he going now? Is he doing it now?
Well, he can't do it now. He hasn't got the time to respond. It's not his priority. Sammy Naj, let's... Oh, we're going to S effect. Now we're going to turn it off. Now you do it, Taylor. Now you go after... Has he got anything in hand worth playing, though? Doing the Streamer Link, can't quite see what he's got there. He's got an Une, but that doesn't make a difference.
So he's definitely got cards in hand. But
there is...
of that,
I think that's a Win Cecil on top as well.
I've seen a Tyro, I think, there as well.
I'm not going to lie, if that is a Win Cecil, I think on the stack of the Palom, I probably would have taken out the Palom as well.
Yes.
Because it can now shoot for 8k. And that could make a difference going down the line. It's going to get out of range soon as well, because it is already 7k.
And at least, there's... Yeah, because Earth Cecil goes digging through your deck to get the other Cecil.
Yeah, any
So
Cecil of a paladin.
So even then, you don't want another Cecil in hand because it's just clogging up your hand at that point. Really, you want to use it as a resource, and what better resource than to get rid of one of the twins?
Yeah, exactly. Now, Taylor measuring out potentially 5 CP here.
Does he realise that Cecil and Cecil can't be on the board at the same time?
I think Cecil is in his little discard pile here, but still planning it out. I still think you should have probably hit the S on the paladin.
It's interesting to see what he's got in hand, just in case.
So there's an Une, there is a Cecil, an Amaterasu.
Une is 3? No, not 6, isn't it?
Costs 6, but you can reduce it by, I believe, 2 if you remove 2 summons of Earth or Water from your break zone.
I just, for some reason, getting it confused with, I think it's because they look a little bit similar, and the artwork is Zeramus.
Yeah, no, so he's discarding it, and there goes the Cecil. So going for Tyro.
So he must be looking for the Warrior of Light, and then dropping in. Oh, Zidane.
Okay, but the problem is that you've now not dealt with the Palom. So next turn it's going to shoot 8k, and it's actually no, it can shoot 8k now.
Yes. Does he realise?
Probably not. This is why you should have used that Wind Cecil, and you should have stacked and nuked the Palom.
I mean, how many cards has Sammy got in hand there? Is it 2 or 3?
2 by the looks of things.
So unless it's phenomenal, you're going to use it straight away to get rid of Zidane, although he is going to see it.
So he hits a Leonora. That'll search him for a Palom. Palom. So the twins are going to be back online here, and now you're really going to be hurting that you didn't get rid of that Palom. Yeah. Wow, Braska. Okay, we're doing it the hard way. We're going to Braska, deal 7. Shooty.
It is a little bit frustrating that the twins' abilities are auto abilities that you can't target with Amaterasu due to the timings.
Well, their abilities are action abilities. The gaining of crystals is an auto. It is in the end step, granted, but most of the time they aren't living to end step if you want to deal with them that quickly. I just think that was kind of the roundabout way to do it, because in theory now Taylor could have killed it with the Cecil S effect again on the stack of the Porum, then still searched either his next turn or that turn for the Zidane and been ready to strip Sammy's hand. But instead we went with the Braska. The Braska is dead in response, but I mean, when you can just scatter summon and choose one forward, deal a 7, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, Braska's not a card you normally see, and yet we see it last two streams?
Yeah, that's
Ben was on the last one, wasn't he? Yeah.
So, again, not as expertly piloted so far as Ben did, but facing down somewhat of a bit of a different board is Taylor.
Oh, there's a Cymru. I'm assuming Cymru searches for Cymru?
No, you don't need it, because you're only facing a Cecil. The Cecil would disappear pretty quickly anyway. But he's gone for a Zidane of his own. Now the issue that we have is Zidane could be played.
Did he remove?
Yeah, it makes sense, because
so it looked like he removed and then drew another one.
No, that is why he's drawn. Zidane swinging in, and it's a Kukulane. Couldn't have played it anyway, but Sammy
it's one you're happy to get rid of.
The thing is again, if Taylor had kept that card, kept his CP done differently, that could have been a card he could have played with, and not lost that second card and not lost the second point in damage as well.
And now we see again just more of how the mirrors are there with Cymru in the break zone, in the damage zone.
Yeah.
I think Sammy will be happy to see that there.
So Kasanku Sith getting back a Braska.
Playing the Braska.
And we're going to shoot the Zidane. Braska showing its head again. I think you still attack with the Cecil here. Go in with the Cecil. If he blocks, he blocks. But no, Taylor decided not to.
Being a little bit more defensive. I think he's using it expecting to block the Cymru rather than attack the Cymru.
I'm not sure if it's the right call here, because putting yourself on an extra being on damage 3 is not a big thing. And now,
are we seeing a Cymru S effect?
yeah, S effect has gone in. So, break all forwards, opponent controls. Now, if you use Cecil effect here, you can't do really anything about it. So, instead, Cymru's going to come in and hit that 3rd point of damage, and it's just a damn. Wow, that's
Could
pretty
you
big.
not Cecil effect in response to the Cymru?
No, because the new Cecil that comes in is
Then
then
it's
going to get
broken.
broken. Yeah, so... Oh, Sammy and potentially going to be winning a game on stream.
Still early days.
It could still fly by, but...
I think we've seen a few times tonight where people have gone 4-0 or 3-1 up and still go on to lose. Not that I don't want Sammy to win, but it's more fun.
Oh, okay, so we're going to put that on the bottom of the deck. And what did we get back there? I didn't see that.
Looked like a Warrior of Light, but I may be wrong.
That's fine, as long as there's a water card, that's the main thing. If it wasn't, you'd have to be running. And Sedan says no.
We'll find out now.
Yeah.
It was a Warrior of Light.
Goodbye, Warrior of Light. It was nice knowing you.
Oh my days.
Oh no.
So Sammy is pulling the cards, and then one turn later Taylor's losing the same card that Sammy's drawn.
And
And another twin.
Yeah, that is going to be a big deciding factor here. Sammy
proving once again at how home he is with multi-elements.
Yeah, man can't play anything that isn't 4-color. But
No,
he
they
loves
get a nosebleed.
he loves it. He is in command here. And I think, well, we're just over halfway. 13 minutes left on the round. I don't think we're going to time on this one. Sammy Naj in the lead quite heavily here. So, can't see what Taylor's got. God, I wish he would not bend cards when they're pretty full out like that, please, Taylor. It's breaking my soul. So, gets back a Gallop.
Let's see what he's going for.
I think... Oh,
Another Cecil?
and
And another Cecil. Wow.
And the S effect. Oh yeah, damage first. EX births, reveal the top 5 from the arc. So,
5 damage. That's a little bit sketchy to be on at this point, though. I wouldn't feel...
Taylor playing dangerously, definitely. And the problem is, though, is that, again, he's tapped all of his earth and all of his water. The wind's not really doing anything. But he has to pay for that. That gets rid of Zidane. Wall back to hand. So, in theory, what you could do here is, depending on what Sammy plays, your Cecil effect into the 5-drop Paladin wind version of Cecil, Warrior Light from hand. That is probably the best we're going to see here.
How big is our little twinsy at the moment? Is he 4K, 5K?
6K. One for every counter.
There's 1K at the moment, 4K, so it'll be 6K by the time the next turn is over.
Is it 4K base? I thought it was 5K base.
I think it's only 4K.
Wow, okay.
So as it stands...
Yeah, you are right.
So yeah, before you... I mean, this is the point where you want to drop it in and get rid of it, because at the end of the turn it is going to go up to 6K. If you drop Cecil, bring in Warrior of Light, at least then you can tap it, get rid of it with a haste, and it's at least dealt with.
Yeah,
Then there's another twin there.
Well, that's why you need to act now. You don't let him go to end step. You need
to act before it.
Yeah, too late now though.
Of course, because it gets one for each twin on the board.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is now getting silly.
Yeah.
Too late, but
no, you're gonna do it that way, right? Now you can't even kill one of them in response. Yeah, the wall can the Porum. God, ignore me. Porum can turn that off. The wall will become 1K. The 5K tap will make no difference here.
Why we should have seen it the turn before.
Yeah, and the thing is as well is that Sammy, if he wants, he can finish this off with the 2K ping from the Palom. So I don't think this wall is longed for this player board, that's for sure.
I think this is Taylor's just showing a little bit of inexperience with it. He's still learning. He's a very good player, but still learning a lot of little tricks, a lot of interactions. And as you said, he's been out of the game for a couple of weeks, and it doesn't take long to get the proverbial ring rust, does it?
Yeah, and it just feels like Sammy has hit the right summons and sort of responses at the right time. So we're finally seeing Une come into play. It's gonna bounce one back up, one forward of Taylor's choosing. He's choosing the Porum and I believe the Lena. We missed the Lena trigger for the Arc as well.
Oh well.
Yeah, too late. Sorry guys on that one, but lateness is playing a factor here. If I'm honest, I'm ready for bed. Hitting an Amaterasu, that's pretty nice.
Not a bad thing to see in a bin.
Yeah, I think we're probably going to see the wall die here. Because why wouldn't you?
I'm assuming Colin, he's pointing out that he already played that on him, which reduced it to 1k.
Yeah, exactly
beforehand.
That. Goodbye, wall. This is why you play the set. Now.
That's why you shoot them on side. If you can, you do.
Yeah, you get them in the crosshairs and you old yellow them as quickly as possible.
Well, the ability to remove it, yes. Cool, I'm going to pull the trigger.
Yeah, so the play there, guys, should have been Cecil into 5-drop, win Cecil, play the wall from hand before the end of turn so they don't gain their counters, tap it, deal 5k.
And again, it would sap more of Sammy's resources as well then if he wanted to start tagging things. Because Cecil would have been on the board, he probably may not have done it as quick then.
Yeah.
And as we said, there would have only been one twin on the board.
Yeah, but
Sammy dropping his own Cecil now.
As we all know, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Is Sammy going to show that Cecil is more a case of getting another Cecil rather than being a presence on the board?
It depends on what Sammy's got in hand. If he has the wall, you probably do it that way.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see him drop it and then bring Param into play.
Yeah,
although he's just bringing him straight into without the Cecil's protection.
Yeah, you can get that again later, but now you're gonna be on the road to sort of kind of tying this game down. So the Porum is back out, but again, we do have an active Une that has survived the turn. Can Taylor utilise any summons in his break?
It is another card that you should get rid of if you can. Une is another pain in the backside. Sammy's decided now that this is where the Sammy stutter comes in. He should have read it straight away rather than waiting a turn.
Well, the thing is, all we got are Kuseths, Amaterasu. I think that's it. I don't think we've had any other summons here. So
that's how we're going to see. I do feel that Sammy's in control of this one.
Yeah.
Even with the Une, the Cecil, it's hard to see what Taylor's got in hand to utilise win Cecil if he decides to go that route. And it's just a case of taking time.
Yeah, and talking of time, we have 6.5 minutes left on the round clock.
He's tapping, he's bringing back something, definitely a card, probably a summon, but he's not letting us see which one.
Kuseth.
We've seen Kuseth.
Yeah, so we're going to cast Kuseth, and we're going to get a Braska, but what does Braska do for us here?
Because again, as soon as he drops onto the board, one of the twins removes him from play.
But the thing is, you can kind of respond on the stack with the Braska and nuke something like one of the twins, but
only doing 7k damage. Okay, you can get rid of Porum.
You can get rid of Porum or Param.
Oh, yes, you can.
So
does he attack? Oh, it's yes.
Yeah, it's because it's 7k, or you could Grand Summon in theory, and I think he is Grand Summoning. So it'll break both forwards and deal a point of damage.
I always forget that you can use both effects with a discard. As in, I know the other one, the 7k you just discard. I always forget you can pay as well as not discarding a card and discarding the summon instead. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Again, here though, I think that that Taylor should have hit the Cecil effect and get that wind one out, because you're not paying 4 if you're Sammy to try and take out one Braska.
No.
And I think that Taylor's sort of big mistake here is not getting that wind Cecil out. You have to do it now. You have to hit it in response if you want that other Cecil. Otherwise, you're probably losing this one here.
Just wondering what he's waiting for, what his thought process is for not bringing it out sooner, or choosing not to.
There we hit it into damage. Taylor is probably in trouble after that one.
I don't know why Sammy didn't swing in there. That he could have easily got rid of one of them.
Well, no, you'd have to block, so...
But again, you swing in with Warrior of Light. If he blocks, you tap it. First strike for 15k.
Well, no, the Warrior of Light's always going through anyway.
Yeah.
The issue you got is that the Cecil was just going to jump block and not do anything.
But it gets it forces his hand, forces him to play it.
I don't think you need to worry, because now you can just attack with impunity as the Warrior of Light anyway. Now we do see an Arc, and we have a Braska.
Unfortunately, see a Bash, which we know he's not going to use, because that would be game over.
The Braska might be an option if he has the CP, but I don't think he does and have a summon. The Shantato isn't good enough here.
No, Shantato, he's probably doing more damage to
think,
himself than anyone else.
No, I think I like this here. You get the Leviathan off of the Arc. Now, you could play it, bounce the Warrior of Light, I guess, but you're just going to give Sammy a draw the next turn.
Yeah, do you want to give him more resources with the card that got haste?
Yeah, the thing is, I suppose you just wait until...
You'd wait till he attacks with it, maybe.
Yeah, I think, again, Taylor being a bit preemptive here, but not in a good way. He's cast the Leviathan. The thing is, if Sammy has his Cecil targeted, you just remove
Switch it.
Yeah.
Is that what he's doing?
That is exactly what he's doing. Now there's one less attacker to face, but I just don't
not the Edgar,
it.
not the Edgar. You don't bounce the Edgar. And you don't have to bounce.
No, you can't. No, you're only bouncing one forward, and getting an Earth. Sorry, a water character back.
Oh, sorry. This is. What am I thinking of that bounces a forward and a backup?
Une.
That's it. Already on the field.
Yeah. Now, like, your Arc is not given a buff at the moment if you're Taylor. He can take the block with the Arc, and then the Cecil won't attack. I think
4 different elements on the forwards.
So,
swing big. This way comes.
Oh, that is a Cymru he's thinking of playing.
Does he have another Cymru?
No, he's already used 2.
Does he not run some? Cause I know some people do run that 4th from the other old Cymru just to have it.
Never. Not in these decks. It's.
Come on, Sammy, prove me wrong. Prove him wrong.
No. If he is, I'll get up and slap him on stream, because no one does that. That would be absolute madness.
Come on, Sammy, don't let me down.
No, never happening, Ash. You know that grave you were digging earlier? You're almost to China.
I like the 8 of the box cards. I like the 8 of the box deck builds.
Honestly, if that was the case, I think he would get universally panned. Because
if it works, it works.
It doesn't work. Because the moment you see that in the wrong order, you are up the creek. Don't see what Sammy got back there. The reveal was a bit naff.
Let us down, Sammy.
It was a Tyro. Oh no, it was a Kuseth. Okay. So we're gonna.
Oh, that could have been a Tyro.
It could have been. Could have. And Zidane might be enough to shut this out. Okay, we're going SFX.
I told you there'd be a Shinra out of this.
Oh, no, you don't get to claim that. No way. And that is it. Sammy now showing that he can actually win on stream.
The Sammy stutter turned into the Sammy saunter into a victory.
Congratulations to Sammy. Again, guys, we're facing...
time constraints.
Yeah, so we'll just go straight back to the commentary cam. Scooch on over, Ash. What a night of Final Fantasy. 5 rounds.
They've been 5 really good games tonight.
It really has, yeah. Some really back and forths. Any particular favourites for yourself?
I think, although it wasn't a result, I think Preston and Harben's game was fantastic. The back and forth, is all expecting it just to be done and dusted with so quick. And Preston's ability just to hang on and keep making a game of it. The win wasn't there, but a proper true underdog spirit.
Exactly that. So that'll be all from us for this week, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and having a chat with us along the way. Again, check out all of our socials at cymrucactuars.com, and more importantly, give us a like and subscribe on YouTube, which is Next Dimension Hobby Media and Games, because we're on our way to 500. We've crested over 3. Thank you so much. So join us there. You'll see the VODs uploaded by our one and only editor-in-chief, Mr. Paul McAvoy. In the meantime, any last words from you, Ash?
Just good night all, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
We'll catch you next week, guys. Good night.